It's really bright.
Incidentally, too, we are live streaming on Facebook. It's always quicker to happen on Zoom than it is on when you've signed up. Oh, and I've got to go here and mute. Otherwise, we are going to hear double us.
It's always
Here we go. And
quicker
we're
to
here
happen
double
on Zoom.
us. There we go. So, of course, I get a phone call right now. We are live. This is Kesley Mack, and as you know, I'm Diva, and we are here because today is our official launch day. And there has been lots that has gone into this program, that has gone into working out kinks. There's a beta version that is wrapping up in the next couple of weeks that, I've been working with a bunch of awesome ladies who everybody will get to know very soon. And we have done something a little, shall we say, outside the box in the coaching industry.
Little outside? Oh, whole different shape. I think we're in a sphere now, or cylinder, something. We're definitely not in a box.
I don't know. Something completely different. I like how you said it. Can we be a little radical or, a bit rebel? And it totally is. And we may piss off a bunch of coaches, but quite frankly, I don't care. Because you and I have always been about trying to find ways of how best we can serve. How can we help the masses, and understanding the struggle, not just of entrepreneurs, of humans, of people in general. And you and I, having been through all that we've been through in this lifetime, we know what struggle looks like. We know what trauma looks like. We know what becoming an entrepreneur looks like. So we've kind of sided on radical in our approach to this launch. And I'm so excited to make the announcement and let people know, because it even looks very different today than it did 2 weeks ago when we were getting ready for this launch and doing workshops and stuff. So how do we begin? How do we even start? Because there's so much to tell, and yet I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah, the word renegade keeps popping up.
Ooh, I like it. Maybe that's what we should call it, renegade entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Renegade readiness is what just popped into my head.
What? Renegade what?
Renegade readiness.
Ooh, I like it.
Because, so for those of you that are into human design at all, I'm the personal life theme of defiance, which means I'm kind of here to go against the grain. And you are the Sphinx. So that's kind of, we got some stuff going on here. And, we met in a coaching group. Mm-hmm. And we've been good little students trying to do something similar to what we were taught, right? You learn it, now go be it, go do it, go live it. And so we've been trying, and there's something just not in alignment.
Yeah.
And the universe is sharing that with us by not seeing the flow of energy coming that we were expecting and that we know is worthy of what we're doing. Yeah. So I got a little bug last night and decided to bring a little invitation to Diva. And that invitation was to break every single coaching rule that's out there right now. Yep. Everybody is all about high ticket pricing, high ticket, high value, small groups. And we're saying, no. We're saying, we want a big reach, and we want a big reach because there are so many budding entrepreneurs out there that need help that can't afford those high ticket prices, or they afford those high ticket prices and then they can't pay rent because they didn't deliver.
Yeah. Or they go into debt paying for those high ticket prices, hoping that whatever that me too. Whatever that coach is promising is going to deliver so that you can pay off that debt.
Totally.
and it's scary. And oftentimes it does work out, and you hear stories. Jen Sincero said she spent a ridiculous amount of money on coaching and got coached to the very inch of her life. um but she dropped $5,000 for a coach and put it on multiple credit cards. So that's that like, even just thinking about that for a lot of people can seem insurmountable, because that's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
But even $3,000 is a lot of money, especially
Yeah.
when you look at us coming out of a pandemic. There's people struggling already because of what the pandemic has done to their industry,
Yeah.
or to the other breadwinner in their home, you know, having kids, family, things that, I mean, life still went on, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, so much was shut down. So I think we're trying to be a little sensitive for the times. We're trying to also honor who we are as people, and being able to reach as many people as we can and help as many people as we can.
Um,
And so,
and let me add this. I want to reach people in other countries that can't afford that, who's live with currencies that are so much, I don't even know the right word terms to say, but so out of balance with the United States, when they're living on, $100 a month for their entire income, to ask somebody to pay those. It's ridiculous. So it's a really elitist attitude. It's a really you have to be a certain level. You have to have art. You have to already be somewhere in order to grow, and that is frustrating.
yes.
Why not help everybody? It's exclusive instead of inclusive, and that's not you and I. You and I are inclusive.
Absolutely, right? In so many levels. And so
Mm-hmm.
us making this decision, which we're going to have to reveal it soon because we keep talking around it, us making the decision to do our program the way we are is, I guess, somewhat revolutionary, because it goes against everything we've been taught. So I can just hear some groans of coaches past.
Oh,
Um,
rolling over in their chairs.
exactly.
Right, it would be their grave, but they're like turning in their chairs. No, everything against what I taught you.
Exactly. And you know what? Maybe we're making the wrong decision. It could be, but you know what? It feels right to us, and that's what we have to honor. And it feels right moving forward. And it's amazing just the brief chat we had about it, how everything kind of like Plinko fell into place. And we kind of went, damn, yeah, this makes sense. This makes so much more sense. And it just streamlined everything. It made things easier, more accessible, and easier for us to maneuver and make sure that we're able to give the value without getting lost in the confusion of, you know, big tickets and all these things. So, oh, Heather says, you will rock this. I'm so excited for you. Heather, you have no idea what's coming. But you'll see in a second, because we're going to announce it. But let's just start by, we're not doing the typical, we can get you somewhere in 90 days or 6 months, or spend a year with us and we'll have you making 6 figures a year. We're not doing that, which, I mean, most other coaches are. We have decided that we wanted to present this program as a membership, because we wanted people to be able to get the same value, the same information. But me being a former teacher, I know not all kids learn at the same rate, learn the same way. And so we looked at it, and I say kids, but I know we're talking about adults here. um, I say this knowing that we all learn in different ways. Some of us can go and watch videos, read the course material, and learn and do it, and we're good. Other people need more in-depth help. Some people, it takes longer. They need to re-watch a video. They need to reread multiple times before things digest. And so we decided, doing a membership gave people a better opportunity to go at their own speed, for one, and provide a community of people that are going to help each other, that are going to support each other, that are going to raise each other up, and who are going to be at different levels, but being able to help each other through whatever obstacle. And then on top of it being just a membership, and we're dealing with all the things entrepreneurs need to learn to put out their programs, their offer, their product, or even those in network marketing who have a company they're representing, they'll even benefit from this. So we're able to help entrepreneurs at all different, like in all different arenas. But you're bringing something totally unique that's different than other programs as well, which also is how our two geniuses coming together went, that's a no-brainer. So explain a little bit about what you're bringing to the membership that is going to look different than any other coaching program out there right now.
So I am bringing some woo and trauma knowledge.
Yeah.
So what I have seen in every group that I've been in is my former students, not my students, my fellow students in the groups that did not reach the places that the coaches said we were going to reach, did not do so because in large part due to past trauma, due to things that are holding us back, parts of ourselves that think they're protecting us, that are sabotaging our growth, sabotaging our ability to be entrepreneurs, things that are preventing us from doing the work that we need to do, things that are not allowing us to speak up, not get ourselves out there. I'm telling you, if you are stuck, if you can't move forward in your business, it's something to do with trauma. That's where my magic comes in. So not only do I teach about trauma and teach about how to heal trauma, but I also have these psychic woo-woo gifts where I can actually reach in and tell you which trauma is in the way for which thing. So I can let you know, and I will be doing that in the group every month. I'm going to be doing readings. That's part of the membership. You might get access. Of course, you can always get a private reading if you don't want to wait and hope that you're the person that month, but we'll be doing it. You'll be able to see. And here's what I know. Anytime I do a reading in a group, somebody else has the same trauma or similar. They identify. So even if you're not getting the reading, you're still getting a lot of the healing.
I can attest to that because I've been witness to that multiple times with you, with other healers, where I wasn't the one in the hunt, so to speak, but I walked away having, something shift or an aha moment or this mind-blowing experience where you're like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, it's so worthy whether you're the person or not.
Yeah. And then on top of that, I'm going to be doing a healing each month. So it's going to be using karmic soul Reiki, which is a new kind of Reiki that I've been channeling. So it's going to be using those techniques for healing. So it's group sessions where I walk you through. It's a combination of hypnotherapy skills and Reiki and downloaded information from Source and from Usui that will allow you to have the tool. Like you'll get that tool and you'll be able to go back and use that tool to keep helping yourself. So really, you're going to be getting almost the entire self-healing program in this because it's going to be spaced out over the time. The value that is going into this is we are going to piss people off.
I know. I know.
It's just like, it's going against everything we were taught, everything we're being told, everything that's being taught out there. And it's just like, yeah, you guys can do it too. The business and everything we do should be authentic. They say the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So if you're trying to live an authentic life and you're not doing something authentically and you're out of alignment, it messes up everything you're trying to do.
Yes.
This way, we are going to help you to figure out who you are so that you can create the business that's right for you, not the cookie cutter business somebody else has and you're going to copy. it's going to
Yeah.
be for you. So I'm also going to bring in, so I'm going to end up having to do more stuff. What's going to happen, you guys, is we're going to have scheduled stuff and we're going to throw added stuff in all the time.
Yeah.
Because my other love, and I'm not officially a coach of it or anything, but I have a ton of knowledge, is human design. And when you start looking at human design, every person in that group is going to know their human design. They are going to become masters at their strategy and authority, because that is how we are supposed to be in the world. That's like a cheat sheet. So it's like we are going to be able to coach these people, all of them, their way, the way they need to be coached. And you're going to help them learn to speak up when we find their voice. It's like,
Wow.
and we can do it for so many people in so many countries.
Yeah.
It's going to feel so great. I can also bring the trauma stuff. I'm so excited. I can't even stand it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yay.
It sort of brings the whole concept of speak up, which is what, I named the program initially. And I was thinking of different levels because that's what we were taught, in like sort of beginners, intermediate, advanced levels, and higher ticket as you go up. And so I was thinking speak out, speak up, or speak up, speak out, speak easy, which were sort of my three levels. And it really speaks speaks to that, pun intended, because we are truly helping people find their voice and really be able to become the leaders that they're meant to be, because we are all designed to be that leader, to make that impact. That's how we are created, is by putting our stuff out in the world and helping. So those people who want to live in authenticity, be genuine, be who they are, and really find and live their passion, that is who we're attracting.
Yeah.
That is who we want, because we have spent so much time getting there ourselves and doing all these things that these other coaches have told us, and I mean, very valuable information.
Oh, yeah.
But I felt like I was dragging an anchor behind me, and it just it felt so not who I am and not what I'm about. And so we want very much to help people find what that is for them. And this is how I was as a teacher as well, is, my goal always to try and motivate the unmotivated, be able to light a spark in whoever I'm teaching to get them to do things the way that feels right to them. It shouldn't have to be, like you said, in that cookie cutter. And that's what we expect of kids in our public education systems. That's a whole other topic. But
We'll get us started. But we do have a membership for that. So
I digress. Yeah, we do. That's coming, people.
next.
So this is giving entrepreneurs that ability to find out truly who they are, what they're meant to do, what their purpose is. And, this is huge in so many ways. And it really goes along with what we have always strived to do, which is making maximum impact. And so we are doing all of this. So all your woo-woo stuff,
Yeah.
all of the entrepreneurial educational training stuff, using your intuitive psychic medium ability. I also, and I'm saying this for, like, I'm not very open about it, but I too have some woo-woo abilities, and
Some really awesome ones
think
when she lets them out.
when I do, yes. I even shy away. Apparently this is something I need to work on.
Uh-huh.
But we're able to I feel we're going to be able to make maximum impact and help a lot of people at a really affordable price, which
So
is,
will you tell them the prices we were going to do?
yes, but I'm almost ashamed now.
Don't, because the value was there.
Yeah.
When we look at, so when you're doing like standard industry, expectations are you take a third of your one-on-one price and you make that your group price. So they should be paying about 30% of what we would charge. We were above value on that. When
Yes.
we looked at the hours we were going to be spending and the value that they were going to be getting, the value is there. They were not overpaying. They were within industry standards for what we were charging. So just know that, like, it's not like we were overcharging and going above it. It's not, we're just going so stupid low now that it's ridiculous and people are going to think we're crazy.
Yes.
And we might be, but we don't care because I think it's going to, normally people say quality over quantity. We're doing both. We believe that we can do the quantity of people and still deliver quality.
Absolutely.
We believe that. So this is how we can have our cake and eat it too. Well, how our members can have their cake and eat it too.
Exactly. So what we had originally set up was still a membership, which again was kind of going outside the box because that's not what we were taught. We were taught, stick with the program, have a definitive program, and tell people how long it'll be to get them to whatever result. We said, that's not how all people work, right? Some people need more time. And so we had set it up as a membership, but we had 4 different levels, and we were getting all like woo woo crazy, like let's name it after gemstones because gemstones are healing and we can, right? And I mean, that's who we are and I love it. I'm not disputing that, but we thought we were genius doing this. So, we had the citrine level, which was basic entry, just the video course information at $197 a month, which also got them part of being part of the group, and they got the group support and could ask questions in the group and stuff like that. So
they were getting access to trainings.
Yeah, and like 25 hours of training,
A
not
month.
little training. Yeah.
Mhm.
So they were getting access to quite a bit. And then the next step up was what we call Ruby, was $397 a month. And that included all of that plus 3 hours a week of group coaching. So that was being live group coaching call, discussing, struggles, whatever was happening, identifying sort of problem areas, all being live with us to help them in wherever they're stuck in that moment. And 3 hours a week is a lot of time to spend doing that. So that is immense value there as well.
Yep.
Then the next level up was what we called Sapphire, and that was $697 a month. And that included all of that. Plus, they were getting support and mentorship. They were getting a Trello board with standard operating procedures. They were getting, some templates of other things in Canva, mindset and communication mastery online journal for free, which is a journal that Renee Marino and I put together and is available on Amazon. They were going to be able to advertise in the group their offer and, be able to share what they're doing and use the group to potentially help them in what it is they're coaching. And then, of course, we had the upper echelon biggest VIP package, which we called Emerald because you and I are May babies. And that Emerald package was $897 a month, included all of that. Plus, they had permission to do live videos in the group. They were getting my Pass the Posts Trello board with 1,000. Plus, I post ideas and prompts and graphics and all that stuff. Plus 2 hours of one-on-one coaching with you and with me, which that alone is almost that much money a month.
Right.
And so, I mean, we were putting huge value in it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so it's still like, even at the most expensive, if somebody were to do the program, let's say, and stay with us for 3 months at $897 a month, that is $2,100 roughly for those 3 months, which is less than most coaching programs I know or have done.
Yeah. So it was already a good deal.
Right. And we already
no embarrassment.
thought we were being radical then. But here's the kicker. We have totally annihilated that. And do you want to announce it or do you want me to?
You do it.
So not even close to $897 a month. Not even close to the lowest one, which was $197 a month. We are doing this membership with all of that available, minus the 2 hours one-on-one coaching time, because that's going to be something different that we're going to introduce later. We are doing it for, drum roll, $97 a month.
No, we're not kidding. We're not kidding. Dead serious. Dead serious.
Yes. And you want to know what? It feels so good saying it because I'm like, where was this when we started out?
My first business coaching was $700 a month. I'm still paying it off.
Wow.
My first year-long program. I'm still paying it off because I had to tweak everything that they did. It didn't fit me. I was coached in a beautiful way with great information that worked fabulously for many people. It didn't work for me.
Wow.
It's still sitting there being paid off.
Jazz just said that's an amazing deal.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's ridiculous.
We're so excited. And of course, we're going to offer it in a year clump as well, because some people like paying that up front. So
and you get discounts.
Right. So for $970,
You get the
basically
whole...
you get 2 months free, right? You get the whole 12 months, but 2 months is free because you're paying that up front and saying, yeah, I'm committing to this for a year and I'm going to use this membership to be able to learn what I need to learn, to be able to have a community of people who are supportive and cheering me on, and having the ability to advertise what I'm doing, to put it out there in the universe and in the world, and have the benefit of using us and our guidance and mentorship to get them where they want to be, whatever that goal may be, right? And some people, and this is where I think some coaches fail, I don't like using that word. This is where some misconceptions are. Sorry about my dog. Is that everybody wants to make 6 figures a month.
Yeah. Not everybody does.
Not everybody does, because they're like, I don't want to work that hard.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time.
Right.
They might be happy making
$6 or $7 grand a month.
Yeah. Or even, I was going to say, making $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
But only working
3 days a week,
15 hours a week, that they can spend more time with their family. That might be what they want, is the quality time with their family. And so this is where we have to get honest and help people achieve the goals they want, not the goals we expect them to have.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
and not the goals that Facebook is telling them they need to have, which is 10x everything and bring in 6 figures. And everybody doesn't need to be a millionaire. Most people want to get by, pay their bills, take care of their family, go on some vacations, right? Yeah. Like, we want a normal income, a normal life. We want to be happy. We want to enjoy living. Right. We don't need to do all that. So serving those people. And guys, we're going to be offering tons of extra workshops, things here and there, right? Like, it's not just going to be that's just going to be the basis. Then we're going to be able to offer you so much more as we go, as things come up and we get inspired, or we find awesome other people. We'll bring other practitioners in. Yeah. We're not ashamed to have other people teach you and other people guide you, right? We know that we're just 2 people and other people can really be helpful. Yeah. I am not the person you want teaching you tech. Right. Right. We have friends who can do that. Accepted that. So I'm going to be smart and say,
find an expert who can help you better than me.
Right. We happen to have a resident Canva genius, I hear, in your group.
Oh
We
my
could have
God.
her come in and do a training on how to use Canva. Like we have there's so much rich knowledge out there that we can just really start to share in a way that is
Yeah.
affordable.
And we're going to have, you know, administrators as part of this program as well, who are going to be able to offer workshops in what they're doing as well,
Yeah.
and share what they're doing and make money while they're sharing it, right? They can charge for their workshops, and people who want to take it, they have that option. And when you're paying $97 a month for group coaching, you have some extra money to take some other interest courses and some other things that, you know, you may want to learn. And that's the price. That's the point. Heather's asked, will this price go up at some point? Great. Because a lot of people will assume that, because that's what people do, right? They start with the beta price and the price is going to go up.
I don't see it going up.
To keep it at $97.
Here's what I would say. If it ever did go up, anybody who's in at 97 would be grandfathered in at 97.
Yeah.
We wouldn't up it on you.
No.
And what we'll do, you'll know later, we will eventually offer a VIP package of some sort that includes one-on-one coaching. But until then, we're available, right? So people can still get a one-on-one coaching. It's just not going to be a package.
Yeah.
For a while, until we see what's needed. What do people really need, right? That's where we can see, because it might not be that one-on-one coaching is what's needed right away. It might be smaller groups, more focused workshops, things of that nature, where it's still a lower cost. Entrepreneurs, we never need to spend so much on our business. The idea that we should be breaking the bank and our expenses are what we're bringing in is absurd. I may even have somebody come in and do the profit first thing, because I have somebody that can coach on that. Because just doing something like that, like doing a book club, we might add in.
Yeah.
Profit first teaches you to take your profit out first. Right. And then you operate with whatever you're in your expenses. So there's so much we can teach. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Things that aren't touched on, not in any coaching program I've had. And
Right.
I did a course with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. They don't tell you how to handle the funds. They tell you how to make it, but they don't tell you what to do with it thereafter. They tell you it's worth investing in yourself.
Right.
But what do you do after? What about taxes? What about all these other things?
Exactly.
That, I'm even still learning about now, in terms of, how my taxes work here in Canada as somebody who's self-employed. So, we're conscious of what the struggles are, because we've been in the trenches or are still in the trenches trying to figure some stuff out. And that's the joy, is that we've been networking, we know people, and we can say, we've got a person to come in and talk about that. Or like you said, if we find a lot of people are struggling with similar things, we can say, hey, you know what, rather than spend the money on a one-on-one with me, which is going to cost more, I'm going to do a workshop specifically on this topic, $25, which is a fraction of the cost of what you and I charge for one-on-one sessions.
Right.
And $25 is more affordable to learn and really pinpoint in a certain area. And again, affordable because you're not breaking the bank for paying for a coaching program to start with.
Right. And we're still getting compensated for our time.
Yes.
Win-win. Right. We can also do those as small groups. Okay, we're going to do a small group coaching where everybody's going to get 20 minutes of one-on-one time. It's going to be this much for this time. And then we're covered, but they're still, it's like, that's the purpose of this, is we're entrepreneurs. We have lives we need to support also. So how do we get compensated without, let's put it this way, how do we get compensated while benefiting others rather than just draining their bank accounts?
Yes, exactly.
That's the key, is it's this win-win, and that's what we're creating here. And we believe that this can do it, whether or not it goes against what everybody's teaching.
Exactly, which is why there are going to be some people who are going to be really pissed off at us, but that's okay, right? As I'm reading Lucky Bitch, great book, which I highly recommend to a bunch of people. She says there's going to be people who aren't going to like you, and you need to be okay with that. And I'm okay with that if it means in the masses, people are saving money and getting maximum value and are given the same opportunities as those who have a ton of money and can drop that much money on a program.
Yep. And whenever there's haters, I always think of Howard Stern, the man whose listeners love him and so they keep listening, and the man whose haters listen because they can't stop listening. Like, I can see people going, 90, what, they can't deliver. I'm just gonna pay for that just to see. There's no way they can show up for that. Right? There's gonna be people who pay to prove us wrong, and they're not gonna be able to. Like, I could just see that. Like, okay, come in, give it a shot. Just see. Yes, it's a whole different environment over here. Our little microclimate.
Exactly. Come into our world.
Yeah.
The water's warm.
Yeah.
And there's sparkles.
And we serve drinks.
Yeah, exactly.
Fruity ones.
Because that's who we are.
Which,
And
speaking of fruity drinks, hold on. There will eventually be offers of retreats.
yes.
My beautiful friend is beginning her global retreats, global soul retreats, which is going to be amazing. So we'll be eventually partnering with her. So we are going to be delivering some freaking ridiculous retreat offers. Like, the thing is we want to keep you guys where you are and then allow you different levels to step into whatever you can afford, but without having to miss out because you can't afford the high end everything.
Yeah.
VIP experience on the basic price.
Yes. That's it. Yes. Oh, I love that. It's kind of like the old, what's that old TV show with Rich Little? Champagne dreams and caviar wishes.
Oh, yes. The lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Famous. Yes. But at the how do we say? At the
It's
McDonald's
like at the
price?
at McDonald's prices. Yeah. I don't know.
There you go. At McDonald's.
Gourmet meal at a fast food price.
There we go. There's our slogan right there. Gourmet at a fast food price. I love it. So that's our big announcement. And that's our big launch today.
But you can't sign up yet because we don't have that, because literally it was like a last second. Oh, we're changing. It will be very soon.
Maddie, my amazing co-op student, is going to load it onto my website. I told her to wait until we made this announcement. So it will be loaded on my website this afternoon, by afternoon. So www.divaneely.com. That is where people can go and sign up and get into the group and get cracking ASAP.
We will not have the official sales page for a couple days, but the basic information will be available.
Yes. Yes. So it's happening. It's all
Yay!
happening today. So raise a glass. It's not champagne or wine, it's coffee. But hey, we're raising caffeine. Happy to speak out.
Speak up and speak easy.
Easy. All right. Loving and leaving everybody. Stop you.
He says goodbye. It's every single time you say goodbye.
You know what? You're going to go stand in a window and try to look cute and see if anybody wants you. I'm kidding. Stop. So that is our announcement. If anybody has any questions, hit us up either on Messenger or, right in this feed, and we're happy to answer. Yeah, Jazz says he's saying goodbye. Yeah, That's what he's saying. Yeah. So we're excited. The ball is rolling. We've put it out there, Kesley. It's out
Yay.
there. It is out there for people to join us. And
Awesome.
I think more than anything, you and I are about creating community. And that's really where our focus is.
Yeah.
So join the community.
Yay.
Yay.
Bye, everyone. See you there.
Now, how do